On February 16, 1249, King Louis IX of France dispatched the Dominican friar Andrew of Longjumeau as an ambassador to the Mongol Empire. Andrew had previously undertaken missions to the east and was familiar with the region's languages and cultures. On this mission, he carried letters and gifts from Louis IX intended for the Great Khan. After a lengthy journey, Andrew reached the Mongol court, only to find that the reigning Khan, Gayik, had died. The regent, Ogul Kaimish, received him but interpreted the gifts as tokens of submission rather than diplomacy. She sent Andrew back with a letter demanding tribute from Louis IX, marking the mission as unsuccessful. On February 16, 1270, the Grand Duchy of Lithuania, under Grand Duke Triton, clashed with the Livonian Order on the frozen Baltic Sea near the island of Muhu. The Livonian forces, led by Master Otto von Lutterberg, attacked the Lithuanian army, which had arranged their sleds into a defensive barricade on the ice. The Lithuanians successfully repelled the assault, resulting in a decisive victory. Master Lutterberg and numerous knights were killed in the battle. This confrontation highlighted the ongoing struggles between the pagan Lithuanians and the Christian military orders during the Northern Crusades. In 1630, during the conflicts between European powers in the New World, Dutch forces led by Admiral Hendrik Lonck captured the city of Olinda in Brazil. This event marked the beginning of Dutch Brazil, as the Dutch West India Company sought to establish a foothold in Portuguese-controlled territories in South America. The capture of Olinda allowed the Dutch to control a significant portion of Brazil's sugar production, leading to prolonged conflicts with Portuguese settlers. The Battle of Torrington, fought on February 16, 1646 in Devon, England, was the last major battle of the First English Civil War. Parliamentarian forces under Sir Thomas Fairfax attacked the Royalist stronghold in Torrington, defended by Lord Hopton. The battle resulted in a decisive parliamentarian victory, effectively ending Royalist resistance in the West Country and leading to the eventual surrender of Royalist forces. In 1699, Holy Roman Emperor Leopold I issued the First Leopoldini Diploma, recognizing the Greek Catholic clergy in the Principality of Transylvania. This decree granted Greek Catholic priests the same privileges as Roman Catholic clergy, acknowledging the union of a segment of the Eastern Orthodox Church with the Roman Catholic Church. The diploma aimed to strengthen Catholicism in the region and integrate Eastern Christians into the Habsburg monarchy's religious framework. On February 16, 1796, during the French Revolutionary Wars, British forces captured Colombo, the capital of Ceylon, now Sri Lanka, from the Dutch. This action completed the British invasion of Ceylon, securing the island's valuable spice trade and strategic position in the Indian Ocean. Ceylon remained a British colony until gaining independence in the 20th century. During the First Barbary War, on February 16, 1804, Lieutenant Stephen Decatur led a daring raid to destroy the USS Philadelphia, an American frigate captured by pirates in Tripoli Harbor. Disguising themselves as Maltese sailors, Decatur and his men boarded the ship and set it ablaze, preventing its use by the pirates. British Admiral Horatio Nelson reportedly called this act the most bold and daring act of the age. On February 16, 1862, during the American Civil War, Union forces under General Ulysses S. Grant captured Fort Donelson in Tennessee. This victory was significant as it secured the Cumberland River as a Union supply line and opened the way into the Confederate heartland. The surrender of approximately 13,000 Confederate troops marked one of the Union's first major victories and boosted Grant's reputation, leading to his eventual promotion to General-in-Chief of the Union armies. In 1866, Spencer Compton Cavendish, the Marquess of Hartington, was appointed as the British Secretary of State for War. A member of the Liberal Party, Hartington oversaw military affairs during a period of significant reform in the British Army, addressing issues such as administration, supply, and organization. His tenure contributed to the modernization of the Army in the latter half of the 19th century. On February 16, 1881, the Canadian Pacific Railway Company, CPR, was officially incorporated by an Act of Parliament in Ottawa. The CPR was established to fulfill a promise to British Columbia upon its entry into Confederation, the construction of a transcontinental railway connecting eastern Canada to the Pacific coast. This monumental project was completed on November 7, 1885, when the last spike was driven at Craigalatchie, British Columbia. The railway played a pivotal role in uniting the country and facilitating economic development across Canada. On February 16, 1899, Knattspyrnalag Reykjavíkur, KR, was established in Reykjavik, making it the oldest football club in Iceland. The club's name translates to Reykjavik Football Club, with Knattspyrna, meaning ball kicking, considered a more elegant term than fotbolti. KR won the inaugural Icelandic Championship in 1912 and has since become the country's most successful football club, securing numerous league titles and cup victories. The team's traditional colors are black and white stripes, inspired by Newcastle United's kit. In 1900, the British Antarctic Expedition, known as the Southern Cross Expedition, and led by Karsten Borchgrevink, achieved a new farthest south record by reaching 78 degrees 50 feet latitude. This expedition was notable for being the first to overwinter on the Antarctic mainland and for making the first confirmed landing on the Great Ice Barrier. Borchgrevink's team conducted significant scientific research, including the collection of botanical and zoological specimens, and their achievements paved the way for future Antarctic explorations. On February 16, 1918, the Council of Lithuania unanimously adopted the Act of Independence, declaring Lithuania a sovereign state. This declaration re-established Lithuania's independence after more than a century of foreign rule, primarily under the Russian Empire. The act proclaimed the restoration of an independent, democratic Lithuanian state, with Vilnius as its capital. However, the actual realization of independence faced challenges due to subsequent geopolitical events, including World War I and the Polish-Lithuanian War. On February 16, 1923, British archaeologist Howard Carter unsealed the burial chamber of Pharaoh Tutankhamun in Egypt's Valley of the Kings. This momentous event followed the discovery of the tomb in November 1922. Inside, Carter found a wealth of artifacts and the intact sarcophagus of the young pharaoh, providing unprecedented insights into ancient Egyptian civilization. The discovery sparked worldwide interest and is considered one of the most significant archaeological finds in history. On February 16, 1937, American chemist Wallace H. Carothers was granted a United States patent for nylon, a synthetic polymer he developed while working for DuPont. Nylon became the first commercially successful synthetic thermoplastic polymer and found widespread applications, including in textiles, toothbrush bristles, and fishing lines. Its invention marked a significant milestone in polymer chemistry and had a profound impact on various industries. On February 16, 1940, during World War II, the British destroyer HMS Cossack intercepted the German tanker Altmark in Norwegian waters. British sailors boarded the Altmark and freed 299 British prisoners who had been captured by the German pocket battleship Admiral Graf Spee. The Altmark incident violated Norway's neutrality and heightened tensions between the United Kingdom and Germany, contributing to the escalation of the conflict. On February 16, 1942, German submarines launched an attack on the Dutch Caribbean island of Aruba, targeting its oil refineries, which were crucial to the Allied war effort. This event marked the first German assault on land-based targets in the Americas during World War II. The attack caused limited damage but underscored the global reach of the conflict and the strategic importance of the Caribbean region. On February 16, 1943, during the early stages of the Third Battle of Kharkiv, Soviet Red Army forces re-entered the city of Kharkiv, now Kharkiv, Ukraine, as part of their counteroffensive against German troops. However, the Germans launched a counterattack, and intense fighting ensued, leading to the eventual recapture of the city by German forces in March 1943. The battle was marked by significant casualties on both sides and exemplified the brutal nature of the Eastern Front during World War II. On February 16, 1945, the Alaska Equal Rights Act was signed into law, becoming the first anti-discrimination legislation in the United States. The act aimed to eliminate racial discrimination against Alaska Natives, prohibiting segregation, and ensuring equal access to public facilities and services. This landmark legislation preceded the broader civil rights movement and set a precedent for future anti-discrimination laws in the United States. On February 16, 1959, following the overthrow of dictator Fulgencio Batista on January 1, Fidel Castro was sworn in as the Prime Minister of Cuba. At 32 years old, Castro had led the Cuban Revolution to victory and assumed leadership of the new government. His rise to power marked the beginning of significant political, economic, and social transformations in Cuba, eventually leading to the establishment of a socialist state. On February 16, 1960, the U.S. Navy's nuclear-powered submarine USS Triton departed from New London, Connecticut, initiating Operation Sandblast, the first submerged circumnavigation of the globe. Commanded by Captain Edward L. Beach, Jr., Triton completed the voyage in 60 days and 21 hours, covering over 26,000 nautical miles. This mission demonstrated the capabilities of nuclear-powered submarines and marked a significant achievement in naval history. On February 16, 1961, NASA launched Explorer 9, a satellite designed to study atmospheric density and its effects on satellite orbits. The mission provided valuable data on the Earth's upper atmosphere, contributing to the understanding of atmospheric drag on satellites and enhancing the accuracy of future space missions. On February 16, 1968, the first 911 emergency telephone system in the United States was inaugurated in Haleyville, Alabama. This system allowed residents to dial a simple, universal number to reach emergency services, revolutionizing emergency response and becoming the standard across the country. On February 16, 1978, the first Computer Bulletin Board System, BBS, known as CBBS, was created in Chicago by Ward Christensen and Randy Zeus. This system allowed users to exchange messages and share information over phone lines, laying the groundwork for online communities and the development of the modern Internet. On February 16, 1985, Hezbollah, a Shia Islamist political party and militant group, was officially founded in Lebanon. Emerging during the Lebanese Civil War, Hezbollah has since become a significant political force in Lebanon and is known for its resistance against Israeli presence in southern Lebanon. On February 16, 1986, the Soviet cruise liner MS Mikhail Lermontov struck rocks and sank in the Marlborough Sounds, New Zealand. Of the 743 people on board, one crew member lost his life. The incident is one of New Zealand's most significant maritime disasters and led to changes in maritime safety regulations. On February 16, 1991, Enrique Bermudez, a leader of the Nicaraguan Contras, was assassinated in Managua, Nicaragua. Bermudez had been a central figure in the Contra movement opposing the Sandinista government during the Nicaraguan Civil War. His death marked a significant moment in Nicaragua's turbulent political history. On February 16, 2005, the Kyoto Protocol, an international treaty aimed at reducing greenhouse gas emissions, came into force following its ratification by Russia. The protocol represented a significant global effort to address climate change by setting binding emission reduction targets for participating countries. On February 16, 2006, the United States Army decommissioned its last Mobile Army Surgical Hospital, MASH. MASH units had been instrumental in providing frontline surgical care during conflicts since World War II, and their decommissioning marked the end of an era in military medicine.